What's up, folks? Well, Ernie here with Wicked Awesome Gifts, and we're gonna do something today that I've been meaning to do. I've just been busy, as usual. Let's turn that off because that's loud. Okay, so if many of you that are in our Facebook group, and I'll put the little dealio down there somewhere, you might have seen a jig floating around that's made out of anodized aluminum. It's pretty cool. And JD made it, and from JD's print shop, and he makes lots of jigs and stuff. And working with some fabricators, we decided to make a metal one. And he sent me one, and I've been using it and playing with it. And I was going to do up some hats today. As you see, I got lots of hats there, lots of leather. So I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be testing some stuff, and then the rest is just gonna be for one customer. So I need to repeat the process, right? And these jigs are good for that. I think it's listed as a tile jig, but it's basically an L bracket. So, anybody with half a brain can figure out that you can use it for a lot of things. So, let me turn you around here in a minute, but I don't want to talk over that fan. So here it is. I went ahead and graffitied it, and focus. Some of it looks good and some don't, because I was farting around trying to play with the settings and everything. So let's put the lid down. There we go. I wasn't going to do this video until I got my handheld back and working from the kid, but it's just taking too long. So sorry for the wobbly video, but here's the jig, and you see it's got registration marks on it for alignment. Now we have a lot of new people in our group, not just new to the group, but new to lasering, and they don't really know what that means. So I'm going to walk you through that. I'm going to do my best to keep it kind of quick, because I've got a lot to do and I don't have time to do an hour-long video tonight. But he's got magnets on the back, so it'll sit on the honeycomb and lock into place. So it won't move easily. It'll move if you really hit it, but it's not going to move easily. So here's what I use this for. Now he uses it for a tile. Let's pretend this is a tile, right? And once you get it lined up and square, you put your tile in, zip, 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 do your engraving, knock it out, put another one in, zip, 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 do your engraving. So easy. But again, it's an L bracket. So once you get it square to your laser, and we're going to pretend that this is on the bed and square right here. I just don't want it to move around a whole lot. All right, so let's pretend that's square to the laser head. Once you get it square, you can do anything. Come on, camera. Jesus. You can do whatever you want, because whatever you put in here is now going to be square. It's fucking camera. Jesus Christ. All right. Whatever you put in there is going to be square to the laser head. So, we'll give some demos just because some people may not know what I'm talking about still. So he does a tile, we pull it out. Now let's do a leather coaster, right? So we put a leather coaster in there. Boom. Now in Lightburn or XCS, whatever you use, but Lightburn's better. You're going to want to open up a template file for your product. So if you don't have a template file, just make one real quick. I mean, this is 90 probably. I don't know where my tape measure is, but let's pretend it's 90 millimeter square. So you just open up a 90 millimeter square, drop it in there. I'll show you this in Lightburn here in a second. Boom, done. So now we want to do a patch, right? Just put it right there. Now it's square. So open up your oval patch template, drop it in your bracket in Lightburn, put your image in there, you're good. Same thing. Now we can do a 3.5 inch patch. Done. This thing is so versatile, guys. You can do whatever you want. And then what I even use it for too, just as a squaring device. Plain and simple. Let's, do I have any wood laying around? All right, here's the old canvas I screwed up. So let's pretend that I'm gonna do a canvas, right? And I don't wanna square it up on the laser bed. So I've got this already square. Boom, there it is, it's square. Now I just draw a square, 200 millimeters, put my image in the middle, and we're done. Super duper easy. This thing is super versatile. I'm kind of thinking about making another one that's a little bit longer for these big lasers. Because, I mean, you can put any size wood in there because it's going to have a corner, right? So I can put a 4-foot piece of wood in there. It doesn't matter. But I got some ideas. So we'll get back to that in a minute. And if those of you that have a CO2, you notice it really ain't nowhere to anchor shit, right? So, yeah, we can do cardboard jigs all day long, but if you're like me, you're probably tired of throwing down a piece of cardboard. And yeah, people come on and go, it's so easy, just throw a piece of cardboard down. Yeah, we know, all right? Just, it gets old after a while. So, with this device, you don't have to do that. Just throw that down, get it square, and leave it. I got a big enough bed, right? I don't have to move it around unless I'm doing something big, and God forbid I was using the big laser, right? I mean, I'll knock all my hats over now, but I ain't gonna do it. But there's 5 feet of laser bed under there that I'm using for storage. So it's broke. I'm waiting on them to send me a power supply. But so yeah, even in there, I mean, I got 5 feet of laser bed in there, so I could put the jig over here and do whatever I want over there, and then I need something squared, boom, jig's ready. So, enough of that. I'm not going to beat dead horse. Let's go look at Lightburn real quick. Still don't have my comfortable chair in here yet. Look, there's all my Grim Reapers. These are earrings. Pretty cool, huh? Camera's not going to focus, but pretty freaking cool. And then these are keychains. I haven't cleaned these yet, so they're still dirty. But once I go clean them with the LA Awesome, the white will shine right up. So these ones are keychains, and all these are earrings. And here's one I cleaned. See, it's nice and bright white. So these make pretty cool little keychains, I think. This is the Duets Laser XT from JDS. It's sold and marketed as a, it's plastic. Sold and marketed as a sign material. Make signs. I make keychains and earrings with it. It's pretty cool. It's a very versatile. Yeah, it's plastic. No, I'm not gonna die because I'm not a retard. Okay. There are plenty of plastics out there that are safe to laser, and if you're buying them from someone like JDS, they're not going to sell you stuff that's not safe. And they tell you on their website what is safe when you're looking up a product, whether it's sandblasted, rotary engraving, laser engraving, whatever. They tell you all that stuff. So, don't need anybody coming in here and commenting, you're going to get chlorine gas if you keep lasering that. So, I don't have time for that. All right, so look. I don't know if this phone's going to pick it up, but I went ahead and opened the jig. When you buy the jig from JD's print shop, and I'll put a link in the thingy. When you buy the jig from him, he also sends you a template. So this template matches, freaking light blue, so I can't see shit. It matches your jig. So you have your, where's my pointer? Where's my pointer? It's over here. I use this to pluck things out that don't come out of the laser all the way. So anyway, you've got your registration marks here, just like where they are on the device in the laser bed. And what you're going to want to do is open this up and put it on there wherever you're going to want it. For me, what I'm doing tonight, I want it over in this area because I'm lazy And I'm going to be working right here. And I'm going to want to turn right here, put something in, and go. Look, see all those dicks down there? I still got hundreds of dicks from my dick ornament down there in the laser bed. I haven't cleaned it out yet, if y'all haven't seen. There it is. Merry Christmas. All right, so for what I'm doing today, I want the device over here. So now what I do, I'm going to show you how I do things. You can obviously do things very different. There's more than one way to do everything. So this is just my way. So I go in and I grab the center of the bottom registration mark, right? This one. And that is the bottom, or one that's right in the right angle. I grab that one and I put that on a crosshair on the grid. I don't snap the edge of the jig as a whole like this, because if you do that, now you look, this is in a weird spot, right? JD, in his infinite wisdom, decided not to use multiples of 10 in locations. So that's going to be a weird decimal, and you don't want to have to mess with that if you have to do math later for anything or any other reason. So, and also when you're telling your laser to go to a location, you know, it's just do it this way. So instead of putting the entire jig in a corner, grab the center of the right elbow and put that in a crosshair, right? It's probably better to do it in a whole number. There we go. So that's what I do. Now I'm going to turn the laser back on for this part. And it's noisy, so we'll just talk over it. So right now we don't know exactly where that is, right? We know it's kind of somewhere over here, okay? So we're just going to guess, and we're going to leave that right there for now. And what you're going to want to do is set your deal over here to absolute coordinates. I like to send the laser home just to, you know, start from home. So there it goes. It's going home. Now, the best way to find this spot, yeah, you can do math, right? You can hover over it, you can look up here, and you can see the coordinates of where that spot is in your mouse, but there's an easier way, guys. This little button over here, not really a button, but this icon, set laser position by clicking on the page. So if you click on this little deal, it looks like a Google Maps drop point. You click that, it'll turn red, and then go back to that same registration point. I zoom in all the way, that way I'm making sure, because even when it's zoomed out like this, and you think you're clicking on the middle, you know, your mouse might be off by a half a millimeter or a tenth of a millimeter, and you don't even know it. So I zoom all the way in, and once I'm in, then now if you don't click anything, it'll go back to black because I talked too long. So now we're gonna go over here, click it again, and when you click this point, wherever you click, your laser will go to that spot. Boink. So there it goes. So now we know where that registration mark is on my current situation, where the honeycomb is, because you know it's free floating, right? So there we go. So now we take our little jig and we put it, it's hard for me to do this one-handed again. It seems like it takes a long time because I'm running my mouth and I'm doing it one-handed, but I'd have had this done in 10 seconds, right? It doesn't take long at all. So I keep trying to watch the phone while I do it instead of just watching a damn piece. So you're gonna put that under your red dot, get it centered up. That's about right there, okay? So we've got two other registration marks because we don't know, right, where square is. All we did was put it in this one. So now we're just going to repeat that process. So I'm going to put that back. I'm going to get it pretty close to where I think square is going to be. We'll see how close I am when I guess. Probably right around there somewhere. get that back over there. There we go. Alright, so now what we're going to do, come back to Lightburn, and you're going to tell it to go to your next registration mark. This one. So we click the button, we zoom in, and boom. Now it's going to go over to the other one. Hey look, I was pretty damn close. Actually, it's kind of there. I mean, I can move it up a cunt hair, like right there. So, nice. Now at this point, rather than make the laser go back to there again, I'll just toggle it, get it over there close, make sure it didn't move. No, see, we're spot on. Now, I could go back to Lightburn and make it go up to here, but since I'm here toggling, I'm just going to go ahead and run it up and see if I can get it close. And if not, then I'll go use Lightburn and go to this one. Nah, it's right there. It's spot on. Alright. So, there we are. We're good to go. So now, she's squared. Okay? Now, if some of you are like me and your honeycomb is a piece of shit, these magnets he puts on there are really strong, and they stick on his honeycomb well. But what I've noticed for me is sometimes if I can bump it, it'll move. So I don't like that. So I'm going to use my other magnets just to block it in. And that's another reason why I like to put it down here in this corner. If I don't have any plans of doing anything large, you know, real big where I need the whole space, then I'm gonna go ahead and leave this in here squared up, and I'll do my best to make sure I don't bump the honeycomb around. I'm working on I don't want to spoil it, but I'm working on something to square everything up in here and keep things from moving. So it'll take a while, but hopefully I get that going soon. But anyway, so I'm gonna leave this here because tomorrow I'm gonna do some other shit where I need a square, right? So I probably could have put it over here a little more just to get a little more out of the way, because I do have a few big things I need to do since my other machines are broke. But yeah, so I'm gonna put the phone down. I can't do this part one-handed, but it's nothing special. I'm just gonna put magnets up there, then I'll show you. Stare at the dicks down there in the honeycomb. Alright, so there we go. I put two. Oh wait, I forgot to put one over here. I don't need that one today. Sometimes I'll put one over here just to keep it from going that way on accident, but I mean, if that happens, I can just push it back against these magnets. So I put one there basically to keep it from tilting that way, put one here to keep it from tilting down that way. And that, again, that's not a result of the product, that's a result of me. Because I am careless and I get in a hurry and I'm throwing shit around and I'll bump it. I know I will. So that's why I'm trying to devise something to secure the honeycomb to the deal too. Not a permanent solution, but an intermittent solution for cases like this. Because when I do most of my cutting, I don't even use the honeycomb. I got some cut marks on there when I'm lazy, but usually I take it out. But yeah, so she's there. I do that because I'm an ass and I make things difficult for myself. So I just do that. Yeah, so that's it. So I gotta do a test on this little patch. So I was in the process of redoing my templates. So I'm just gonna draw a square. So I'll show you guys how to do it if you don't have a template handy. All right. Let's put you up there. Alright, so basically I just take my little dealio here and measure. Weird, huh? So this patch is 3 inches by 2 inches. I already knew that, but I just wanted to, you know, pretend and show you. So, I forget what the millimeters is, but I'm going to show you another little trick in Lightburn in case y'all didn't know. Because I do everything in millimeters. And to see how many comments I get because I'm French. I put that in one of my other videos. I was like, I don't use metric, I'm not French. And I had like 11 people comment saying, it's not a French thing, it's the whole world uses metric, only America, blah, blah, blah. So, internet's funny. But anyway, so let's get these little Grim Reapers out of my way. Alright, so we're good here, right? Zoom out and get into our little bracket. Now I'm going to put, get a rectangle. And I have a hard time seeing blue. Let's try orange. That's a little better. Now this is just going to be a tool line, right? What did I say? 2 inches by 3 inches, right? So I don't know if you guys knew this right here, but let's take a look. So if we go to the width, and you see how it's in millimeters, you can type in, like, we know it's 3 inches wide, because I'm going to do it this way. So you can type the number 3, put a space, and then put IN for inches. No period, no nothing, no capitals. If you type it just like that and hit enter, it'll convert it for you, 76.2. And then there it already adjusted the deal. So I don't know if you guys knew that. I just thought I would share that with you. Little tip, little tipperooski, little just the tip for some late night action. Height is going to be 2 inches. Boom. So now we got 50.8, which is 2 inches. All right. So now we got our little deal here. So all we got to do now is square him up to the jig. Boink. I really got to stop watching. I'm trying to do this while I'm watching it on the phone instead of doing it on a computer. So that's why I look like some kind of weirdo. And there. Alright, so I zoom in because you see, this is what I was talking about earlier. Out here, it looks like I'm on the line, right? You'd think that was perfect. Always zoom in, guys. It's never perfect. Once you zoom in all the way, you can grab it. Now, if you don't care, then don't do it. But I care. I like to be perfect. So then I go over here, do the same thing. Boom. Now, sometimes if you wobble, you'll throw this one out of whack. So you double check. He come out just a tiny bit. I'll put him back in. Oh, there we go. One more double check. And we're good. Alright, so at this point, now what a smart person would do would be to save this file as a template for a 3x2 jig. Now what you can also do, right, is highlight. I'd highlight everything, or you could just highlight just the patch, but I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. Actually, I'm gonna highlight. I'm not gonna. Well, I'll just show you. We'll highlight everything, and then go up here to arrange, and then go down to lock selected shapes. Now all those shapes are locked, and I can't move them on accident, right? So no matter what, they're not gonna move. So that's cool. So now we know this is exactly where our jig is on the machine, and this is our patch template, so we're good. So now all we gotta do, and I don't know what file I'm gonna do yet, guys, so I'm not gonna bore you with doing the engraving, but let's just grab something. Alright, well, that's not really what I wanted, but whatever. So let's pretend we're gonna do this, these wings here. Cancer wings. And this is from a ornament that I did last Christmas, and I donated to cancer people. So anyway, all you gotta do is take it out here somewhere. Let's group it. Make sure it's all grouped. Control G. Now she's grouped. Once it's highlighted, then we hold Shift which is gonna hard to do with my finger. Hold shift, click on our patch template, hit the bullseye at the top, boom. Now it's centered, right? Now I could run it. Now I just hit start and it's gonna go. And then I just put another patch in, and it'll always be in the exact same spot. So if I do 100 patches, all 100 patches are gonna be exactly the same. That's what separates you from the other scum of the earth out there, right? Now you're a professional and they're just an idiot with patches that look like shit. So, use templates, guys. This is what separates you from the pack. And you see a lot of people in the groups asking how. I'm just showing you a blank thing. Sorry. A lot of people asking, how do you center things on a circle? I don't know how to get things in the middle of my circle. Like this. You take your circle, you put it in the middle, right? I'm not gonna go through the whole process, because whatever. But you know, you yank it over here, get it squared. Yank it over here, get it squared. We're gonna pretend I did it perfect. I go up there, hit arrange, lock shapes. I lock it so it doesn't move. That's how you get things centered, guys, right? So now if I have another design, let's pretend this is a design that, you know, when you engrave it and you try to do it manually, it'll come out lopsided, right? Like this. Or you might get it close, it's over there, but you know, it's off center, it's whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we don't want to do that, guys, right? So if you're doing a jig system this way, you know, you get it highlighted, you press shift, so I can do it with my pinky. Click on the circle, your new circle jig you just made, hit the bullseye, boom. It is perfectly in the middle, and everything you stick in there will be in the middle, as long as you put the patch in the right spot inside the bracket. So, there you go. We're already at 30 minutes. I'm not going to keep beating. It's pretty simple to use, right? Pretty handy. And I'm going to crank out all these hats. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to do 8 hats for the drink shop. And, you know, they're all going to be perfect. They're all going to be right in the center. They're all going to be exactly the same. And it's because of that jig. Now, the cool factor with this jig is that it's metal, right? We all got 3D printed stuff, and you know, some 3D printed stuff is good. I've had stuff that's got hot and melted and warped, and I had to heat it with a heat gun and try to fix it. And you know, I've been told that, you know, people maybe didn't use the best element or whatever it's called. I don't know shit about 3D printing, so whatever. But to me, I like metal, right? So if I can get a jig that's metal, and that's anodized aluminum, so now we get to customize it, right? And we get to put all, so you say I put all my WAG stuff all over it, but you can get creative and do whatever you want, because how many people can say they have an anodized aluminum jig that they can customize? I had never seen any before, so it's a good idea. It's pretty cool, and it's not going to melt. It's not going to get hot when I leave it in my car because I'm an idiot. And it's not going to break when I drop it because I'm an idiot. So all these kind of sounds like it's idiot proof, right? So it would take a lot of work to break it. So, all right, 29 minutes. We have 50 seconds. I didn't want to go over 30 minutes. So we're just going to say goodbye. Go visit JD's print shop. I'll have the link in the description, and get yourself one of these. I think he's only got 10 or 12. I don't know how many he's got left. He's supposed to be doing another run of like 100 or so. I don't know. So he'll post it when he does it, I'm sure. So they are limited. So if you want one, better act fast, because I don't think he's got all 10 left. I think he sold 4 or 5 already today. So get over there and get you one. I don't remember how much they cost. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He gave me that one, so I don't know what they cost. So they're reasonable. They're good price for what they are. Again, they're solid aluminum, got magnets in them, and they're anodized. So it's pretty freaking cool. 10 seconds. Catch y'all later. Bye.